friends, welcome to my channel SK Classes. Today we will start with the topic cell. Okay, so as you know that the cell is the basic structural and functional unit of all living organism. So here every structure is made up of certain building blocks. Same is true for living beings. There are millions of kind of living beings on this earth. They differ in their size, shape, structure. Okay, some live in water while some live in air or on land. So they have the same building blocks. The common basic structural and functional unit of living being is nothing but a cell. On this earth, there are organisms made up of just one cell, unicellular, two organisms made up of many cells, that is multicellular. In unicellular organisms, the activities and the functions of that organisms are carried out in a single cell. For an example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, etc. Okay, means what? Whatever the activities are there, all the activities are carried out within the single cell only. And yes, obviously eukaryotic type of cell, larger the organisms, larger the number of cells in it. Now see the contributors to the study of cells one by one. See, Zacharias Janssen in 1590 first invented microscope. Secondly, Robert Hooke, yes, in 1665, who discovered the dead cells from the cork. Thirdly, Leeuwenhoek in 1674 first observed living cells of bacteria, sperm and the protozoans. Then Robert Brown in 1831 demonstrated the presence of nucleus in the cells. Then lastly, the Johannes Purkinje 1839 named the fluid content of the cells as protoplasm. So see children, here Zacharias Janssen has firstly invented the microscope. Most important contribution regarding to the cell is given by the Robert Hooke, who discovered the cells, but the cells are dead cells. Okay, now the Leeuwenhoek, who was the first scientist who discovered the living cells of bacteria, sperm and protozoans. Okay, so already the Robert Hooke was discovered the cell, but that is the dead cell. Yes, Leeuwenhoek who observed the living cell. Okay, then Robert Brown. Yes, now we all know that yes, the small unit is nothing but what? Cell. And yes, the cell is living one, but now Robert Brown said, he demonstrated here the presence of nucleus in the cell. Okay, now Purkinje know that yes, the smaller unit is nothing but what? The cell. Yes, the cell is living one. Yes, even the cell has a nucleus, but he saw something new in the cell. So what is that? That is the fluid content which is present in the cell, and the name is given protoplasm. Okay children, now what you know? Yes, there is the presence of cell. Now the cell is living, cell will have nucleus, and yes, the protoplasm. So in short about the Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke in the year of 1665 first discovered these building blocks when he observed a thin slice of cork. That thin slice of cork, that is bark of a tree, under his self-designed microscope. So these compartments of cork were empty. He found they resembled the structures of honeycomb and labeled them as a cell. So which in Latin means the small rooms, but these cells were dead cells. Yes, obviously because these are collected from the bark of the tree. So here every living thing, however different, is made up of these separate tiny units called cells. So this is the drawing which shown in the figure, that is he made of the cork cells. Okay, so these are the dead cells. So here is what cork cells look like with a modern microscope with special lighting. And this one is the Leeuwenhoek's microscope. So Anton van Leeuwenhoek used a single lens microscope to view pond water and other things. So here is his microscope. So as you know that Leeuwenhoek was the first scientist who discovered the first living cell. Now cell theory, it was proposed by Schilden and Schwann in 1838 to 39 that all plants are composed of cells and cells is the basic unit of life. And in 1885 Virchow modified this as omnicellular acellular, that is all cells arise from pre-existing cells. It wasn't long before scientists realized that all living cells, that is, were made up of these cells. So this discovery brought about the formulations of the cell theory. So some postulates are there. So first one, that is the all living organisms are made up of what? Cells. Yes, every living organism is made up of what? Cells. Secondly, cells are the basic unit of life. Third, new cells are produced from the pre-existing cells. Now what you know about the cell? Yes, all organisms are made up of what? Cells. And cell is the structural and functional unit of life, that is all vital functions of an organism occur within the cells only. Then all cells arise from pre-existing cells. What is pre-existing cells? Means each and every newly producing cells, it is produced by the pre-existing cells. That is, no cell originates spontaneously but comes into being only by division of the cells. Okay, every organism starts its life as a single cell. So with the discovery of electron microscope in 1940, it was easy to understand the complex structure of a cell and its organelles, because cell is a very minute particle which we can't see with our naked eyes. Okay. Now see the types of cells. There are two types of cells are there. Prokaryotic type of cell and eukaryotic type of cell. Okay. So what is prokaryote? Split that word. Pro, first or primitive, karyotic, that is nucleus. Okay, kernel. So prokaryotic means what? The cells have genetic material that is not inside a nucleus. The DNA is located in a region called the nucleoid. Okay, so it is a primitive type of nucleus. Okay, so that's why the name is given prokaryotic cell. What about eukaryotic cell? U stand for true, karyote, yes again nucleus. So true type of nucleus is present. So eukaryotic cells have genetic material in a true nucleus. The nucleus has a membrane around it. See in the structure, eukaryotic and prokaryotic type of cell. Yes, that is the nucleus of prokaryote. It is scatterly present without nuclear membrane, and in case of eukaryote, yes, it have a separate nuclear membrane. Okay, so membrane around the nucleus. So that is the main difference. As the prokaryotic cell, they don't have the membrane structure around the nucleus, so that's why the name is given nucleoid, that is without membrane bounded structure. See in this picture also you can see many cell organelles are present in eukaryotic type of cell, and yes, very less cell organelles are present in prokaryotic cell. Okay, so this is the complex structure of eukaryotes. Okay, so that is the truly developed structure of eukaryotic type of cell. General characteristics of prokaryote and eukaryote. See first, size and external appearance. In prokaryotes, they are very small, near about 0.5 micrometers, and the bacterial cells also contain the flagellum, plasmid and the capsule. Okay, in eukaryotic type of cell, it is near about 40 micrometer. Okay children, so here don't get confused. In some books the prokaryotic size is given 1 to 10 micrometer. Okay, so that is the range is given 1 to 10. Okay, and in case of eukaryote, that is 5 to 100 micrometer. Okay. Second point, organelles. As you know that there is lack of what organism in prokaryotes. Okay, so that's why lacks membrane bound nucleus and membrane bounded organelles. Okay, in eukaryote, the membrane bound organelles, that is nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum and the lysosomes, they have their own separate, yes, membrane bound structure. Now, cell wall structure. In case of prokaryote, the cell wall is rigid, formed from glycoproteins. Mainly, the protein is murin. Okay. In case of eukaryote, mostly fungi. That is, they have the rigid structure, formed from polysaccharide. That is chitin. Okay. And in case of plant, rigid structure formed from polysaccharide, example cellulose. Animals, no cell wall. See here, only fungi and plant have cell wall. There is no any presence of cell wall to the animal cell. They are without cell wall. Okay. Now, genetic material. In case of prokaryotes, there is circular DNA in cytoplasm. Yes, it is scatteredly present in cytoplasm. They don't have any membrane bounded structure. That is known as nucleoid. In case of eukaryote, DNA in form of linear chromosomes in nucleus. There are a number of chromosomes are present, and yes, that nucleus is surrounded by the membrane bounded structure. Okay. Again, ribosome. In case of prokaryotes, they have the 70S, and in case of eukaryotes, they have the 80S ribosomes. Okay, so these are the general characteristics of prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, now see the cell structure of eukaryotic type of cell. Okay, so cells contain small structures called organelles. Okay, within the cytoplasm, each organelle has a specific task it performs in the cell. Task in the sense of what? Function. See, many cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, ribosomes and etc. Okay, so many cell organelles are present in the cell. Okay, the main characteristics of eukaryotic type of cell is they have the well-defined nucleus, that is with nuclear membrane, nucleolus and the nucleoplasm, and also they have more than one chromosomes. Okay, they are present in higher advanced unicellular and multicellular plants and animals. See the structure of nucleus. Yes, can you see? The eukaryotic cells have a nucleus. This is a membrane bound structure that contains the DNA. DNA is a genetic material that is the code for making protein, and the nucleolus also in the nucleus make ribosome subunits. See what are the parts here? Membrane is known as, yes, nuclear membrane. Secondly, whatever the fluid present inside the nucleus, nucleoplasm, and whatever the genetic material is there, that is nucleolus. Okay, so these are the main parts regarding to what? Nucleus. So this is the highlighted structure of what? Nucleus of eukaryotic type of cells. Now see the nucleoid, that is prokaryotic type of cells. So prokaryotic cells have a nucleoid region. So this is the region where the DNA is located, but there is no membrane around the DNA. Means the genetic material is scattered from within the cytoplasm. Okay, so very simple structure is there. They don't have any membrane bounded structure. Okay, so this is the special characteristics of prokaryotic type of cell. Okay, so hence it is known as nucleoid. Prokaryotic cells have three basic structure, that is plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nuclear material. Okay, so their nucleus lacks nuclear membrane, so therefore their genetic material, that is DNA, lies in a direct contact with cytoplasm. They contain a single chromosome. Such undefined region of the cytoplasm containing DNA is nothing but what? The nucleoid. Okay, the membrane bound organelles such as mitochondria are absent in prokaryotic type of cells. In photosynthetic bacteria or blue-green algae, chlorophyll is present in vesicles, like that is a bag-like structure, and not in plastids. Okay, so prokaryotic cells are smaller in size as comparison to eukaryotic type of cell.